This is Danny Flexen here for Seconds Out. Delighted to be joined by top trainer Peter Fury. Peter, how you doing, mate?
I'm good, Danny. Thank you. Yeah, it's always getting by somehow.
Well, I think you're doing a bit more than getting by, but we'll talk about that perhaps because we want to talk to you about 2023. We're near the end of it now as we have this conversation. And Savannah Marshall, your number one fighter, she's only out once in 2023, but it was an incredibly important fight. She became undisputed world champion in a slightly messy fight, I think it's fair to say, against Franchon Cruz-Dezurn, but clearly the winner in that fight. And before we talk about the fight itself, how much did it mean to you and to Savannah for her to become undisputed world champion?
I think it's very special because she had a terrific fight with Clarissa Shields. You know, she fought a hard fight there, and that was a big fight for all the undisputed. And what made this important with Franchon Cruz was, you know, there was no warm-up fight. She jumped straight back in. So she had back-to-back, you know, undisputed fights. You know, so she needs maximum credit for that. And that's why I'm in boxing. You know, I appreciate these things when they happen like this. You know, she hasn't gone to no drawing board and all this weird. You know, she's got stuck in and she lifted the title from a very hard-fought fight. And Franchon's as tough as a brick. And she brings that type of style. It was always going to be like a roughhouse type of fight because that's what she brings. So it's yeah, very happy with that. Very happy with the performance. So yeah, it turned out to be a very good year for Savannah.
And she is your first undisputed world champion. I know you don't kind of like to focus on yourself and your own role, but do you take any personal satisfaction from that achievement?
You know, I think what does it do for me? It doesn't do anything for me financially. I take great satisfaction because I'm trying to give you. I'm stalling on this because I'm trying to give you the right answer, Danny. I really am. I do it because I love boxing, and I love taking these young fighters and, you know, making them realize the dream, and, you know, and proving what you're saying is right. That if you listen to me, you know, we'll get there. You know, and you just need that dedication and you need that trust. And yeah, and you know they're there. You know they're up there now, and you know it's fantastic for Savannah. It really is. And that's it. So I get a lot of achievement out of that. It's a personal gratification for me, you know, to take the fighters from zero to where they are. You know, that's the good thing.
And Savannah's been nursing an injury recently, of course. We know one of those belts is going to be disputed this weekend, in fact. But what's the plan for Savannah in 2024?
We're speaking with boxer Mick Hennessy. And we're just reviewing the situation at the moment. I know she did have an operation after she fought Franchon Cruz on a knuckle, and you know she's started back punching with it. Not heavily, but she's punching with it, and yeah. So we're looking at that at the moment, and yes, so far so good. So she's back in the gym, and then I know she's doing the MMA stuff as well with Andy Aspinall, but obviously the boxing will take a precedence over that. So you know it's that first, boxing first, and MMA will have to come a second place. So we'll have to see where that is. Maybe she can have the MMA fight. I don't really know at the minute. It's up in the air. So we have to see and wait and see what boxer come back with. But hopefully we can get Savannah out sometime in March.
And how do you top what she achieved in 2023, winning that undisputed title? Is it winning another undisputed title at a different weight? Is it the rematch with Shields, the only person who's defeated her? How can you top what she's already achieved?
Well, the only thing she can do is rematch with Shields and get that fight on, because that's the only thing to do. And she's gone up to super middle, and you know maybe she'll drop back down. you know, and rematch that only loss she's had. So that's something that she can do. The only thing that she can do better than what she already is.
What did you make of the stuff that's come out with Clarissa Shields this week? The old sparring footage. You know, everyone gets dropped in sparring now and again, but it's been made a bigger deal because she's talked previously about being able to compete on a level playing field with men.
Well, I did comment on this the other day, and the thing is, and I did say to Lou DiBello, he put a tweet out, and I said one's as stupid as the other. And what I mean by that is, you know, no, a woman can't compete with a man. So you're a man and a woman for a reason. You know, they've got a lot more power, a lot more strength, a lot more durability. It's just ridiculous, really, to come out with that. I train fighters every day, and I'm looking at it, and you know, a good quality fighter, a male fighter, will put a hole in a woman. It's just it's just a different sport altogether. You know, so there is no competition there. But the other thing I will say is, you know, putting sparring videos up, you know, of a man knocking a woman out like that, you know, is not the correct thing to do. I can see the moral behind it, where because she's talked so much about beating a man, it's gone out there. So she's only got herself to blame for that, to be honest. But like I say, I don't condone it whatsoever. I think it's a disgrace, to be fair with you. You know, sticking videos up of people getting knocked down in sparring. You know, let me just break down what sparring is. People that say to me, I've chinned him in sparring, I've done this, I've done that. I look at that like it's I look at comments like that. Like, not only is it stupid, but you're not going anywhere in sport. Because like you just said, in boxing, if you ain't touched the canvas in sparring, there's something well wrong. You've got to get hurt in sparring. You've got to taste all these things for experience. Nobody's invincible in there. So the thing is you know, this is a contact sport, and why make a big issue of it? But we ban videos in sparring altogether, you know, for this particular reason. It's like now, you know, sparring people, and they come in the gyms, and let's say other fighters get put down. It's like me coming on here and saying to you, "Oh, that fighter got blooded the other day." Who would say that? It's very, very low. It's disrespectful to the fighter, and it means absolutely nothing anyway, because it's what you do under them lights. It's what you do when you're getting paid. You're coming out that dressing room, and it's a fight. A spar is a spar. So when you've got intentions of killing anybody in a spar, you're never going to be any good anyway, because you're not learning your job. I don't know what you're doing. And we see so many fighters behave like that. A spar is a spar. A spar, I tell my fighters, with a spar, you know, don't even look who's in front of you. Don't care what they're doing. Let's work on what we're working on, because these are where the rough edges are. Let's get this right. I ain't looking at the spar and thinking, "Oh, you've lost that round. You've done this. You've done that." Who's interested in that? I ain't interested. I'm interested in my fighter doing what's best in that spar. And when the fight comes, that's when I'm interested about the rounds, not before. So it's all rubbish. And I don't condone any of it. I don't condone women saying they're better than men in sparring, because, yeah, I'm 55 and I can get in the ring with a mug, yeah, and move myself around and be in a dream world. But if you got somebody on your I'm describing that wrong. If you've got world level fighters, a man and a woman together at the same weight, it's going to be a destruction, isn't it? That's the facts of it. And after years and years in the gym and seeing fighters and seeing women spar up and down, and I've seen all kinds of things, that's what happens. You know, male fighters have to pull the punches.
Let me ask you on a more positive note. It seems like we're getting closer to your son, Huie, making his comeback to the ring. What's the latest on that, and when are we likely to see him?
You're going to see Huie the end of February. He's back. He's training, yeah, we're happy. We're happy with everything, and he's definitely back fighting. So he'll definitely be on.
And there was some comments recently. I'm not sure who the interview was with, where he was talking about potentially fighting Derek Chisora in his first fight back. I think he said he'd take him as a tune-up or something along those lines. would you be happy to see Huie, not necessarily Chisora, but going back in at a higher level after so long out?
Yeah, absolutely. It's not a problem, but that's not being disrespectful to anybody. But that's not high level to me. So the thing is, that type of opponent would be ideal for Huie on his comeback, just for to get one out of the way and come back again. You know, look, I'm being a realist here. If he comes back and he can't fight at the world level, then forget it. He can go and get a job elsewhere. That's it. All these are just not being disrespectful again, but I call this level fighters, they are journeymen. You know, they're there for a reason. And you know, without these type of fighters, boxing wouldn't be where it is. But let's get cold real here. Let's see where the ability is. Where they are for a reason. You know, and if you're struggling with these kind of opponents, then do something else.
And just generally, how are you enjoying your job as a trainer, your role, compared to in previous years? Are you still enjoying it as much as ever? How have things changed?
Oh, when I've had a rest and I come back, I enjoy it. I enjoy the company of the fighters. I've got to get on with them. That's the weird one, because, like I said, it's not doing anything for me financially. So I'm not going to put up with anything, because if I don't get on with the people, then I'm not going to do it. So I can't take too many on. I'm at my maximum where I am at the minute. I've got the fighters that I've got, and I'm happy working with them because they listen. And it's also exciting for me as well, because I can see the potential that the young fighters has got, and I'm looking forward to it. And they're respectful and they understand what we're trying to do. So yeah, it's nice. So it's working. So I am enjoying it. I enjoy the company of the fighter. Yeah, and I enjoy them working things out and just getting better and better and better. So yeah, I enjoy it, Danny.
Great stuff.